Anastas. Good night.
This was a wrong thing.
CBS News breaks the story of Terry Waite and his secret connection to Oliver North. Consumers and investors watching for news about a possible cap on credit card interest rates, and a conversation with David Duke, who now has his eye on the White House. This is the CBS Evening News. Good evening. Dan Rather reporting. A big step late today in Beirut. Pro-Iranian kidnappers finally released two key hostages, American educator Thomas Sutherland and British church envoy Terry Waite. They flew out of Damascus, Syria tonight, carrying word that the last three American captives could be home by the end of this month. Tom Fenton begins our coverage.
In the crush and chaos of the Syrian press conference, Terry Waite described how he and Thomas Sutherland got the news earlier today. He also had news about the remaining American hostages.
This afternoon, when we were sitting together in our cell, chained to the wall, as we have been chained to the wall for the last 5 years, and in some cases of Tom and others for 7 years, one of our captors came in and told us that Tom and myself would be freed this evening. He went on to say that before the end of the month, Joseph Sosipio and Alan Steen would be released. We hope within the next 5 days. He furthermore said that by the end of the month, Terry Anderson would be set free.
Thomas Sutherland, looking remarkably fit after more than 6 years of captivity, joked about Waite's last mission to Beirut to try to negotiate the release of Western hostages.
All I can say, though, about the English, they take a hell of a long time to get things done. He came to get me out of there about 5 years ago, and it's...
He had left fellow American captive Terry Anderson only a few hours earlier and said he was no longer chained to the wall.
He is in good health right now. He's in very good spirits. He's taken to writing poetry, which he hopes to publish.
Waite, in spite of his 5 years in captivity, was still playing the role of peacemaker.
Terrorism is self-defeating. It achieves no useful purpose, but it's often the act of desperate people, people who feel that there is a shortcut that can be made to achieve justice and peace. And there's no shortcut that can be taken to achieve justice and peace.
Sutherland is headed for the American Army Hospital in Wiesbaden, Germany, and a reunion with his family. Waite will fly back to England via a British airbase in Cyprus. Tom Fenton, CBS News, London.
When Terry Waite was abducted, he was officially working for the Archbishop of Canterbury. But there's more, much more to the Waite story, including a tie to Oliver North. David Martin at the Pentagon has more about that in this exclusive CBS News report.
Terry Waite was supposed to be an honest broker, negotiating with the hostage holders for the release of Americans held captive in Lebanon.
My independence as an envoy of the church must be maintained at all times.
But in fact, Waite worked secretly with Oliver North, the Reagan administration's point man in the arms sales to Iran, which brought about the release of hostages like Father Jenko and David Jacobson. North told other members of the Reagan administration he had given Waite a miniature transmitter to carry on his trips to Beirut in an effort to track his movements and learn the location of the hostages in preparation for a possible rescue mission. At various times, North spoke of having the transmitter implanted under Waite's skin or of hiding it in a Bible which Waite could leave with the hostages. If such a device were found on Waite,